When we talk about strategy, having strategic direction is a really critical part of that process, and actually the bit that you need to start with. And the reason you need to start with it is because it provides the intent of where we're going and then what we need to develop further in terms of our strategic process. We're going to talk about the bigger notion of strategic direction in another video where we talk about our strategic direction on a page. But on this video, I just wanted to talk about that notion of intent to give us some context of what does that really mean. And I think, the intent really is about us as leaders really painting a very clear picture of where we're going so that people have something to follow. Leaders can be quite visionary. Many people are not, and I think we maybe underestimate how much our people are looking for a vision to follow. So having that kind of, you may not call it a vision, but a very clear picture, description, outline of where it is we're heading to, what does that mean is really, really important. I think the next bit we need to put alongside that is we need to give clarity to our people on kind of what's the reality of where we are now. So as well as that, this is where we're started, this is where we're aiming for, ultimately, let's be really clear, guys, this is where we are today, and this is the clarity we need to be really clear about, so we can really focus on that and also ultimately focus on what that means in terms of where we're going to and the gap we need to bridge to achieve what we want to achieve. In terms of then setting intent, what that enables you to do is then say to people, okay, you've heard where we want to go, we all want to go there together, it's going to be an exciting journey. But again, people really need a bit more than that from you. They do need a bit of a roadmap. People, will get really excited about your ultimate, outcomes, but they'll also then sit there and go, I have no idea how we're going to get there. And although you don't want to be giving them all the answers, you do need to be giving them a bit of a high-level roadmap towards that place where they can then really get into the nuts and bolts and the details of actually implementing and working out how we're going to achieve what we need to achieve. And then you then as a leader can focus on three things. How do I empower and enable these people to do it? How do I really develop the capability and capacity that they're going to need? And how do I manage the change we're going to go through, which will be an inevitable part of achieving some kind of greater strategic outcome that you're looking for. So really think about intent in terms of, am I being really clear where we're going? Have we got real clarity where we're starting from? Am I then giving people a good enough roadmap that means they then can take ownership and then really work out how we're going to achieve what we need to achieve? So I can just empower and enable them. I can really help them develop the capability and capacity they need, and ultimately help them manage the change they're going to need to navigate to achieve what we need to achieve.